What's up, everybody, and welcome to the Box Out Boys podcast. We are the NBA podcast of the people. Your home for lukewarm takes and substandard analysis. I'm Titus Two Shots Dominguez, and joining me tonight, it's Chris, the Stats Man Gorman. Hit him with the stats, Chris.
Hey. My stat this week is since I said take the over on the Bulls total, they are 3-0 in overs. So take that.
Ooh, get that money. Joe, he's getting minutes tonight. It's the lawn boss, Joey McCrosky. How you doing tonight, Joe?
I'm good. My mic is unmuted, right? Yeah, this is cool.
Figuring it out, the baby of the mid-range. And who's going to be cleaning this up later tonight? That is the dope boy, baby. Adam, the professional runs. How are the levels tonight, Adam?
Nice and plump.
It's going to be a weird one tonight. I can already feel it. Everybody's loose. We've survived the snowpocalypse that happened.
Showered and ready.
We're showered and ready. Nobody smells like gas. This is great.
We're gonna be spitting gas.
Spitting hot gas, hot takes, lukewarm takes. I forgot our motto. Bing. We got a lot to talk about tonight. Bing bong. The Knicks are getting bing bonged right now by the Memphis Grizzlies. We got the all-star starters to talk about. That's the big news in the NBA right now. We got the rising stars. We're going to talk about that pool and the changes to that game. We're going to give you a few deadline predictions for the trade deadline coming up. Maybe touch on a little bit of the Joe Ingles injury, tough one for the Utah Jazz. And then Chris has got some bad losses for us, and we're going to do a little contender talk to close it on out. So, guys, let's go ahead and quickly get into the starters for the All-Star game. We'll start with the East. Giannis Antetokounmpo, no surprise there. Kevin Durant, the captain. I should have started with him. Joel Embiid, those are the three front court players. And then DeMar DeRozan in the backcourt and Trae Young in the backcourt. Joey, your thoughts? DeMar DeRozan, a starter. How you liking that? And then just general thoughts on the five in the East.
Well, DeMar DeRozan is not only a starter, he's our league MVP, I think, at this point, right? I mean, he's getting the chance, he's getting the calls.
Wow. That is
without them. No, I'm just kidding. He's not a league MVP, but
I was gonna. Whoa!
As I sang on Christmas time, DeMar is the MVP. No, I think everything's shook out pretty good there.
Yeah.
There's been some chatter from a certain Sir Charles Barkley about LaVine over Trae Young, and as we all know, I might be the biggest LaVine homer there is. I don't think you can make much argument there that LaVine isn't over Trae Young. So I'm pretty content with that.
Okay, yeah. He kind of seemed like he lost a little steam the last week's coming up. I know he was out a few games and stuff like that. I was kind of curious if maybe it would be Harden, but really no complaints with Trae Young. He's been balling out, even though Atlanta at the time of the announcement wasn't super high in the standings, but they're climbing, they're making their move. Chris, your thoughts on the Eastern Conference starters?
It's fine. Nothing else to say here. I don't know, who should have gotten it? Obviously, Zach LaVine, maybe over Trae Young, but Trae Young's been balling out.
Yeah.
His team's winning some games. They're likely going to make the playoffs. They're going to be another second half team for whatever reason. They're going to come in and be all right.
Yeah.
So no complaints.
No complaints. I agree with you guys there. All right, let's go to the West then. LeBron James is the captain. He's in the front court alongside Nikola Jokic, Andrew Wiggins, and then in the backcourt, Steph Curry and my boy, Ja Morant. Chris, let's go to you on this one, man. What are your thoughts on the Western Conference starters?
Yeah, okay. What the fuck? Why is Andrew Wiggins the starter here? This is so stupid. He's not even a fan favorite for this team. He's the fourth best player on this team. Draymond Green is truly the MVP of the league right now.
Whoa.
He could be the starter.
Oh, God.
You have to dial back these MVP takes, guys.
Karl Anthony Towns is balling out from Minnesota. And
there's the guy.
The fans up here can't get Karl Anthony Towns. The guy's on Twitch every night. What does he have to do? Put the man in. Damn.
You know what? He's got to come on to the Box Out Boys. He gets the Box Out bump, and that would
maybe that's what would have done it, because
catapult him in.
Andrew Wiggins, looking through it, he is honestly probably the best small forward. The reserves, maybe I want to talk about the reserves. We got there's no other small forwards, all guards and centers in the West that are good, especially with Paul George and Kawhi hurt. Wiggins is kind of by default, but you don't need a small forward. You could have gone with the Towns. You could have gone with the
Yeah.
Luka, Draymond. That was bad.
Yeah, like Luka missing out is actually probably the bigger deal. I think it's the position thing, which is weird, and why he's is not in there because John and Steph are technically backcourt guys, and Luka's I think is listed as a backcourt guy. But Joey, man, you got any heat to follow Chris there?
Just looking at the stats. So Wiggins has obviously the lowest points per game, lowest assists. Sorry, behind Giannis, lowest rebounds per game. He's shooting the second worst percentage behind Trae Young of all the starters. Comparison: Karl Anthony Towns has 6 points more per game, a few less assists, more than double the rebounds, and is shooting 52%. So I'm not sure how Andrew Wiggins makes that. And then there's Luka, who is blowing all of his stats out of the water as well, except for field goal percentage. So it's pretty cut and dry. I'm not sure how Wiggins.
Yeah, I mean, I think it is that, like what everybody's been saying. It's just the fans kind of got him up there, and then there wasn't enough pull from the coaches and the players to kind of keep him out, which is really weird. But they seem like they respect him a lot, and he has been playing good. I just don't know if he's deserving of an all-star spot, or starter spot, I should say. Chris, you were saying that you felt he would have been an all-star no matter what, right?
I think he's on the cusp.
Actually,
when I look at the reserves, we got Gobert, Green, Towns, Chris Paul, Devin Booker, Donovan Mitchell, and Luka. He's not getting past any of those guys. So
no. So I mean, let's say I think maybe the most ridiculous thing about the starters in general is just that the Suns don't have a starter, and that feels wrong. I mean, I don't know who it would have been, whether it would have been CP3 or Book, but I feel like they're clearly the best team in the league. And I felt like they should have a starter, and not having a starter just feels weird. But what are you going to do, man?
Yeah, there's this weird thing that, like Chris said with the East, and kind of with the West, outside of Ja, you don't look at any of these guys and are like, that's going to be fun to watch in the All-Star game. Like, I don't know. Like, it just doesn't have, like I don't want to watch Jokic play in the All-Star game. Like, I don't want to watch Andrew Wiggins. Steph's going to be shooting half-court shots every time. Like, that's not that exciting.
Whoa.
Ja is going to be the guy. Like, that's going to be the most exciting.
Yeah.
This kind of explains your three-pointing or dunking ability. This is really coming out right here with this take.
Exactly.
Makes sense.
I mean, like, do you want to watch DeMar take mid-range jumpers in the All-Star game?
True.
Like, what is he going to dribble twice and
dribble to a spot,
get to a 15-footer and pull up and drain it? And, like,
maybe he'll take some threes in the All-Star game. He'll get a little ambitious.
Yeah.
No, I actually do kind of agree with you to that point, because I don't know who like the sexy guys are. Because I think Trae and Steph are just going to be throwing up bombs, so you know what they're doing. Durant's probably not going to play; he's going to be hurt. Giannis is just going to be dunking on everybody.
Right.
Same with like what Joel's probably just going to be jacking threes and dunking on people. DeMar, I really don't know what he's going to do besides shoot mid-range shots. I mean, Jokic, you might get a circus pass from him, which might be kind of cool.
Yeah, that's true. You see some alley-oops to Ja, actually. That might be kind of cool.
That might be kind of cool. I mean, LeBron's going to go to the bench as soon as possible, I would imagine. I don't think he's going to be.
He might even play.
Yeah. Oh, yeah. He's hurt, right? He's got the swelling, right? Yeah.
He's got the knee swelling, yeah.
The knee snort, yeah.
Yeah, so like, I mean, maybe the runway is clear here for Ja. Just go get an All-Star MVP and kind of have his, make a culmination there in the midseason, because he is playing really great, and kind of maybe the talk of the league a little bit right now, which is kind of he's like can't miss basketball. So I mean, that's probably the good thing there.
I also don't really want to watch LeBron and Durant draft teams again.
Yeah, I guess that could be a little boring.
Hey, Joe, you're a little low on this All-Star.
I am. I'm not
He's
that
excited. No juice for it. Yeah.
Like I want to see Ja. Like let him draft a team. Like let the new guys and like Ja. Let Trae Young. I don't know. Mix it up. Like we've seen LeBron. We've seen Durant do it so many times. Like
because LeBron isn't. He doesn't
different.
He doesn't really talk shit, I guess, that much. Like Giannis was kind of fun.
Like it's got to be more fun. Like it's not like this is all business, and it's just I want to.
Durant is going to be absolutely boring during the draft. He's not going to do anything. He's just
wearing his little beanie cap thing.
He's just going to name players.
Maybe we should move on to the Rising Stars game. I think
Let's
it's the
move on to
game
something
really
with some excitement, some juice. So, if you guys haven't heard, if you're living under a rock lately, the Rising Stars has changed its format a little bit. So, the competition will consist of a race to 75 points and out of the NBA's landmark 75th anniversary season. The semifinals game will be played to a final target score of 50, and then the final game will be played to a target score of 25 for a total of 75 points across the semifinal and final. So there's going to be 4 teams. They're going to play each other, and then the 2 winners will play, and then they'll play again, I guess, right? Because there's 4 games going on. Not quite sure.
Yeah, there's going to be
A, B, C, D.
Right, and then they're just round robin it.
Okay, that's what's going on. And so the pool is of 28 players from the Rising Stars will consist of 12 first-year players and 12 second-year players, like always, and then the 4 players from the NBA G League. That's pretty much all there is. Each team will select 7 players in a draft, including 1 NBA G League Ignite player. The pool, I'll quickly read the pool. The rookies, Scotty Barnes, Cade Cunningham, Ayo Sumo, Chris Duarte, Josh Giddey, Jalen Green, Herbert Jones, Davion Mitchell, Evan Mobley, Alperino Sengun. Whoa, I should have read that first. All right, before I read these. Jalen Suggs, Franz Wagner are the rookies. The sophomores, Precious Achiuwa, Cole Anthony, LaMelo Ball, Desmond Bain, Sadiq Bey, Anthony Edwards, Tyrese Halliburton, Tyrese Maxey, Jaden McDaniels, Isaac Okura, Isaac Stewart, and Jayshawn Tate. The G League guys, Margarine. Oh, I'm not even try that one.
Marjan Beauchamp.
There we go. Dyson Daniels, Jaden Hardy, and Scoot Henderson, baby. The name of the thing. So I know, Joey, you kind of looked up some stats for these guys. Anybody you're really excited to see in general? I mean, well, I think I know you're going to go with that, but let's just go. Tell me what you're thinking.
I'm kind of poo-pooing this setup again too. Like, I don't know. I kind of like the idea of watching the rookies and the sophomores like play straight up against each other.
Okay, I can see that.
I think it's kind of fun to see like, hey, these are the new guys coming in, and plus like here's the guys that were just there. So I'm open to it. I think it's going to be somewhat interesting. But looking at like both of these teams, like them actually going up against each other would be super fun to watch. That
is kind of true.
Looking like complete averages across the board, right? So rookies and sophomores all averaged out. They have the same amount of points per game. The rookies average 2 assists more per game, 0.1 rebounds more. Turnovers are equal, and the rookies are shooting 43.4% versus 44.6%. So you're literally like almost identical, evenly matched teams here, which I think would be just super fun to watch. I am kind of excited though to see some of the bigger guys, like tall, the big men, the big men from the rookies matched up with potentially like a Anthony Edwards, LaMelo Ball type thing, even Cole Anthony. Interesting though, you've got 3 Magic players on here.
Yeah,
3 players from the worst team in the league. So are we potentially seeing a changing of the guard? No, I'm just kidding.
A good young core though, I think.
Yeah, great young core. But like, there's just a lot of really exciting rookies when you look at it. You know, Josh Giddey has been just awesome. Mobley and Barnes and Cunningham have been great, and obviously our boy Ayo Dosunmu, a late ad there, one of the last ones in, which is super awesome to see. He's definitely the lower ranked, I guess you could say, like stat wise, out of everybody. But he is shooting the best field goal percentage out of anybody in this game. So kind of a fun little thing to see.
He definitely earned it over like Jalen Suggs. Jalen Suggs, like looks better than he is. Like, he's been fine. But yeah,
it's all flash for him.
Yeah, well, him and Stacy got into it. Wasn't feeling his.
Just fucking strutting around last night like he was Ja Morant. I'm like, dude, you threw down one dunk and you acted like it was the greatest thing ever. He's a bum.
Everybody is hot tonight, man. Yeah, I am excited though for this this matchup. I think I do kind of agree with you there a little. I didn't really think about it that way because they are very good, like matched up teams, very well matched up. And it would have been fun to kind of see them go against each other, like LaMelo versus Cade. You know what I mean? Like that would have been interesting, stuff like that. But kind of getting the mixed teams will be a different take. Chris, do you have any thoughts on the actual format itself?
I like that. I like the G League. I like seeing some Scoot action,
cool.
some Dyson Daniels. It got me looking at some prospects for 2023 NBA draft, which got me to Victor Wembanyama, who's a 7'2", 7'8" wingspan Frenchman. He's 225 pounds, and he's predicted to be the first overall pick in 2 years. So
That's a big
Victor
boy.
Wembanyama, look out for him.
Wow.
Him and Scoot will be in the same draft. So it's nice that we get to see some Scoot now and Victor in a couple of years.
Scoot now, scoot later. Chris
Call him
loves
the
big
Razor.
man. They call him the Razor.
Oh yeah,
Scooter.
Oh, the scooter.
This is a good sign though for us, right? Like we've talked, I think last year a few times in the dog days of the season of like, what does the future of the NBA look like with LeBron almost being done, like some of these guys getting out, and like there are some great names in this list. Like this could be fun.
Yeah,
Like,
no, this is gonna be.
There
fun.
are a lot of good players coming up right now that
this
are just.
rookie class is probably like.
It's
just
fantastic.
look at it. It's insane. There's not a bad name. I said Suggs isn't great, but other than him,
Yeah.
even Herb Jones has
Yeah.
been fine for New Orleans.
Well, like teams that are like you said, Joey, the worst team in the league, or Orlando, but they have 3 guys on this list that are exciting players. They're fun to watch. I mean, they play the Bulls tough every time that they play.
Yeah.
You said they're annoying in the group chat, and then you had Chris's Cavaliers from a couple years ago. When he was saying they got some guys, and they're turning into something special. This season. So are the Magic next on that list? There's a lot of guys coming up. I think the Pistons have a bright future with Cade and a couple of the other guys that they have.
Isaiah Stewart, yeah, they got 2
Isaiah
guys on the
Stewart.
list too.
Yep. So I mean, Sadiq Bey too, right? I think they got 3 guys.
Yeah, he's
Sadiq Bey. Yeah, you're right.
Yeah, true. I thought about that too. So yeah, I mean, there's just a lot of fun guys on here. Tyrese Maxey's been playing great. He's a second-year guy. He's kind of making the Sixers feel like they don't need to trade Simmons right now. So it's kind of interesting for sure.
Or they don't feel as bad about the Markelle Fultz.
It's a whiff.
The whiff there.
So with that, any other thoughts on the Rising Stars game or anything, or just other we're excited to see
there's some
happen?
guys. There's some guys there.
There's definitely some guys there. All right. Well, with that, we can move on to the deadline predictions.
Should we? There's a question in the chat.
Yeah, let's go ahead and answer that question real quick. Let me.
I can show it.
Yeah, there we go.
If you could be undercover, quote unquote, boss for the NBA, whose boss would you want to be?
So we would be undercover boss. Are we going undercover or are we just the boss?
Wait, what?
I think like the show Undercover Boss.
Undercover boss,
right?
yeah.
Who are we boss for though?
Well,
We get
whatever.
the pick. We get the pick.
The
yeah.
NBA.
But like boss of what? Like a team?
Of anything, team, coach, and then you're going undercover.
It's a pretty general baskets question here.
So-
classic
Wow.
baskets.
Classic baskets
I'm
here.
trying to get inside the head of the
Trying to
baskets
get
here.
it- So honestly, my instinct here is the Philadelphia 76ers. But the thing is, I wouldn't want to go. I don't know if I want to go undercover with the 76ers.
Mm.
You know what I mean? Like I want to be in charge of the 76ers so I could trade Ben Simmons.
I think,
But I
I'd
do
wanna-
want to. I want to be in the room right now. These
You
next
want to be
2
in the room
weeks.
where it happens.
Yeah.
With,
I want
with
to
Ben
be hearing
Simmons.
what the conversations are for the
Yeah.
Sixers. That would be my pick right now.
I'd want to be in the Lakers front office.
Ooh,
or
that's
locker
another
room
good
right
one.
now. That team is such a shit show where they gave Jerry West, who's the logo, right? They
God.
revoked his
Yeah.
lifetime tickets for some reason because he went to the Warriors and was with the Clippers now. I don't know. And
Yeah.
the way they told him was via texting his wife. It's like,
Oh,
what is
rough-
going on in this locker
rough
room
look for the
here, or
Lakers,
this
man.
front office? And the whole LeBron thing. It's just the fact they still win and they're still competitive. It's just, I don't know. I'd like to see what's going on there.
so see there. Joey, any place you would want to be the undercover boss of?
I'm struggling with this question.
I'm surprised. I feel you would.
Can I just be the commissioner?
Oh, okay. You can be the commish, just the whole league.
Can I just be undercover Adam Silver?
Undercover Adam Silver next.
I just
next
shave,
week's-
I just shave the head off. No problem.
Yeah, you could.
I will change. I will change the way All-Star voting is done to make sure Andrew Wiggins doesn't get in act number 1.
There we go. First
Nice.
thing, if Adam Silver does that next week, we'll know that Joey has gone undercover and is making decisions. All right, so we got some hot deadline coming up. Well, what do you guys think? Do you think it's going to be hot or no? Because I kind of thinking it's not going to be that hot.
It's
but
feeling a little lukewarm at this point.
a little
to be
lukewarm.
honest.
So I'll just kind of run through some names, list some names again. Ben Simmons, Sabonis, Miles Turner, Karis LeVert, Buddy Hield, Marvin Bagley, Thaddeus Young, Eric Gordon, Goran Dragic, Terrence Ross, Jeremy Grant, Christian Wood. Any of these guys going to get moved? These are kind of like the hot names that are on the list.
There's a lot of names you named off there.
Yeah.
Goran Dragic's got to get moved.
Mm-hmm.
Ben Simmons will not get moved.
Yeah.
Paul Millsap, did you mention him?
I did not mention Millsap.
He's going to get moved. He's going to the Bulls.
Oh, that'd be nice.
He's got to go to the Bulls, right? Like, what do you guys think of Paul Millsap to the Bulls?
I would love that, actually.
I'd be okay with that.
Yeah, it'd be fine. I would prefer it as a buyout, but
yeah, that's what it's supposed to be, like a buyout thing.
But I would understand if they maybe give up a pick or something. Or
could be like the second round Troy Brown Jr. trade that they've been dancing around with Dennis Schroeder, which sure, but no.
Yeah, Joey hipped us to that little tidbit was going. What was the exact things there, Joey?
They said the Athletic or Bleacher Report. Bleacher Report is reporting that Bulls are in discussion to send Troy Brown Jr. and a second-round pick to the Celtics for Dennis Schroeder.
Yeah, very interesting.
Yeah,
I don't know why they give up a pick though. That's the problem. I think
to me, yeah, I think it's got to be two things, right? It's either means that they've got something working for Kobe for a power forward center type deal, or they're gonna take Schroeder and immediately send him along. Somebody wants a guard, and they need to have a guard to send with somebody else on the team, like Derek Jr., a Tyler Cook type thing. Like they're just gonna dump a lot of assets versus big names and go that route, and they need Schroeder along with some other people.
Man, that's actually some smart stuff. What about like a Schroeder Pat Williams deal? Who would they be targeting then for that? Was that like a Miles Turner? Is that Jeremy Grant?
I don't know. There's been no smoke around Miles Turner with them.
No, there really hasn't.
And the Jeremy Grant talk seems to have quieted down.
If we're trading Pat Williams or Jeremy Grant, the Pistons got to throw in some more stuff. I feel like.
Yeah.
Pat's the better asset right now.
Wow.
There's some talk. Right? What's the guy on the Kings? Chris.
Bagley? Fox?
No. Was it Rashawn Holmes?
Oh,
his name has been tossed out a few times as a potential.
That was one of my predictions is either Fox, Hield, Bagley, or Rashawn Holmes get moved. Just do something.
Yeah, maybe that's a good question to ask you guys. Is there a team that you think is definitely going to make a move, whether it's a big move or a little move? Is it the Kings? I know the Kings are really rumored to be making a move. Is it the Hornets for getting a center? Is it the Lakers? They finally make that, the THT deal, whoever that deal is that they got.
I think I always look at when I see these kind of rumors, I always try to look at the smaller market teams because with the big markets, I read a thing that the Celtics, like they might do a trade this year. Danny Ainge has been close to making a deadline trade for the last 6 seasons. It's like the guy never makes the deadline. Like, let's stop talking about the Celtics.
And
oh yeah,
it's Brad Stevens. Yeah. So maybe they will make a move now. Who knows? Clearly. But like, I think the Kings and the Pacers, those teams, they got to make moves.
They got to make a move.
Just do it. Just get it done. Rip the Band-Aid. Don't be like the Portland Trailblazers who never did, and now look at them.
I literally wrote down the Pacers as my trade target, like the entire team.
Yeah, you really
the entire team. Yeah.
Well, I think Karis LeVert is on the market. Miles Turner, Sabonis. Chris, you brought up the Blazers there. Do the Blazers make any deals? I know that there have been rumors of potentially breaking that backcourt up, or maybe do they sell everybody but the backcourt? Does that happen? I mean, Dame's not getting traded, but CJ?
So Robert Covington,
yeah.
He could go. I can see him going to Utah because Utah lost Joe Ingles, as you mentioned at the beginning.
Touching that, yeah.
That feels like not a no-brainer, but like it's a puzzle piece. It just fits.
Yeah,
just make it happen.
No, you brought up another good point. So with that, have you guys seen the Ingles injury or no?
Like seen.
Watched what happened.
I have not. I don't want to watch his ACL getting torn.
I would stay away from that one.
Was it gnarly?
It's kind of gnarly. It's not good. I looked it up because I wanted to see it before we talked the show, but I hadn't looked it up all week. Well, I was just like, I should at least see this before I want to talk about it. And I was like, ooh, that's not fun. So yeah, but he's out for the season. Jazz have been struggling anyway. A lot of injuries, a lot of COVID. You brought up a great trade for them, Chris and Covington, but do they got to do something? Do you maybe think that they kind of maybe punt on this year and just kind of go, all right, this isn't our year. Let's just kind of hang back and see what happens in the offseason. How does his injury, shape their thought process going into the deadline?
Well, like Anthony Simons is solid. Norman Powell has been having a career year quietly. He's actually on the low post. They mentioned his stats, and I don't have them up in front of me.
Yeah,
but he's been all right. But you got Simons, Powell, Dame Lillard, and CJ McCollum. You have 4 guys for 2 positions. Basically, you can put Powell at the 3, I guess, but they all do the same thing. So like I was saying before, just do something, guys. Can we just why is everyone so afraid to make moves right now? I don't understand it. Is everyone
people
the
fall
job
in love,
security
man.
thing? I don't know.
You make crazy moves, you get fired. I guess that's the other, like you said, job security thing.
Yeah.
You guys think about the Rockets between Gordon and Christian Wood? I've heard those names tossed around a little bit.
Yeah, they're trying to get a first-round pick for them, and they're not. Eric Gordon's 33 years old. Eventually he should get moved, right? But there's also a thing where he could just be that dad of the group, teach Jalen Green not to stare at people, on the court for too long, and
get torched. I think there was some talk. It might have been I think it was on the Spencer's podcast. They were talking about what if Eric Gordon, if the Suns go make an all-in kind of trade for like an Eric Gordon type, and trade who's the guy that's out? Dario Saric.
It doesn't feel that all in. Just do it, sure.
Yeah, it's like not a all in, but like hey, look, we want an extra body because we think we can win this year. Eric Gordon's a perfect fit. The guy come off the bench, hit threes. It'd be interesting. That'd be an interesting landing spot for. I don't really think the Suns are going to make any kind of moves. Christian Wood's another interesting piece. A center kind of having some issues there in Houston this year.
I don't know what to make of Christian Wood.
Yeah,
he's a good stats guy. I don't want to say he's good stats bad team, but he's always been on a bad team.
Yeah.
And it's kind of like Hassan Whiteside. Like Whiteside always put up good stats, but he's in Portland right now. He's still not doing anything. This guy.
I would be hesitant on if like Christian Wood was coming to the Bulls. I'd be a little like, ooh, don't know about that, but I'd be curious for it.
I saw something wild, and this isn't, I think, in any way, shape, or form going to happen or be true, but it was if the Bulls traded Vooch to Phoenix for DeAndre Ayton.
Yes.
And
I'm listening.
Is this like the diehard Facebook group?
No, somebody wrote it. I think it was like a Tribune writer or something. It wasn't like a serious. It was just like
it was like a what if
this is something that actually would probably work and everybody would be happy with it. But I read it and I was like, wow, that sounds great. And then I got this immediate feeling. I was like, Vooch would go there and just be like an absolute monster. The dude would be like 28 points a game. Like for some reason he would just start shooting and making every shot, and it would be like the most heartbreaking thing ever. DeAndre, he would come here.
He actually would be
probably get hurt or something, and it would just
max him out. Yeah,
yeah, it would just be like this terrible thing. And I was like, I don't want to do it. I'm scared. I got super scared. I got super scared of it.
He got super scared for a fake trade that's never gonna happen. That's Joey in a nutshell.
The Suns were better without DeAndre Ayton, though. I think it was like 2 years ago with Aaron Baines just shooting threes. Aaron Baines was killing it with them, and then they brought Ayton back. I don't know, but
yeah, because it was basically like the Suns didn't give him his deal, so and they've proven, what is it? Who's their other center?
Bismack Biyombo.
Bismack Biyombo. That
they are 12-0 with Bismack Biyombo.
Yeah, it was if you have Chris Paul, it doesn't matter what kind of center you have. Anybody is serviceable at that point. So do you need DeAndre Ayton there anymore? Because you save that money and have somebody like Vooch who would just become
This is the tough thing with the max contract things. I think we talked about it a couple weeks ago or last week with Zach LaVine, where it's they're gonna pay him the max, they're gonna have to do something for Ayton, but he's not really worth it. It's just it's gonna mess things up, but. What are you going to do? You're going to pay him the max.
You get boxed into a corner.
Yeah, because you're not going to give him up. I mean,
you'll get boxed out in that corner.
Boxed out unless they win the title this year, and then it's we can let him go.
It's true.
There's a fight happening here in MSG. Randall is going at Desmond Bain.
It's random.
Classic Randall.
Classic random.
Classic random. Getting rid of man, that guy. He is. I threw out before the show started that the Bulls should trade for Julius Randle. So.
Yeah. Nobody. That is probably one of the worst contracts in the league, and hasn't even started yet.
Oh,
It's
yeah,
amazing. He did the best thing. Like, he was a bad contract, and then he was on he had a year left. Did he win most improved player? I'm pretty sure he did.
Yeah, he won most improved.
Gets a crazy good contract before it even kicks in. The guy's back to what he was before.
Man, he got exposed in the playoffs and hasn't been right since.
Yeah. Yep.
Trae Young shushed him right out of the league.
Oh, man.
With this little thing. I don't know what happened after that.
Damn.
You know what? Hey, with that, we'll wait and see. Next week, we are going to change our show to Thursday to kind of cover the trade deadline. So hopefully there's some action, and it's not just a dud of a show there. But
we'll have the All-Star reserves.
That's right. Yeah, we have the All-Star reserves, and we'll have is the draft too? No, the draft won't be that night, right?
No,
we'll have the reserves. So we'll have something to talk about at least. If there's, and I'm sure we'll have like a Dragic trade and a Buddy Hield trade or something to talk about. Exciting stuff. But Chris, you said you had some bad losses for us. You wanted to touch on, and we can kind of get some general contender talk going into the second half of the season.
So, the Bulls lost to the Spurs earlier this week, and I was reading about how the Bulls can't lose this game. They should have won that game. They had a full team, and it's fine. It happens. I looked into it. I looked at just throughout the league. Who else lost this week? The Heat lost to Toronto twice, and they lost to Boston. I get it. Miami's hurt, but still bad losses. Cavaliers, they lost to Detroit. Other than that, and Utah's lost 5 straight. I know they didn't have Gobert, and Eagles are having injuries too, but still, this is the dog days of the season. You're allowed to have a loss here and there. So the Bulls losing isn't that bad. Teams that did not lose, though, who are killing it, is Philadelphia, Phoenix, and Golden State.
Yeah.
Those are kind of the 3 teams right now. Memphis only lost to Philadelphia, so they're another solid team.
Yeah.
That's, I don't know, man. So when I look at this, and you look at the regular season, I'd even mention Brooklyn. Brooklyn's just free fall. I don't even want to talk about that right now. I like what I got here.
Sorry, I keep looking at that game.
So wait, is there still a fight going on?
No, but Randall was hey, grab a rebound, was yelling and doing something with his hands. I was is something going on? So I was unfocused.
He's just trying to watch John. I'm
trying to watch Ja right now, man. I'm not gonna lie to you guys.
Being weird.
No, I hear what you're saying, Chris. So are those kind of your top tier contenders now as the season's kind of?
When I listen to those teams, then Brooklyn's a part of that as well. I'm not really talking about Brooklyn though because they're hurt. And I didn't mention Milwaukee. Milwaukee's fine too.
Yeah,
there's a lot of teams.
There's a lot of teams.
The point is the one thing I wanted to talk about with the East. So we got Chicago, Miami, Philadelphia, Cleveland, Milwaukee, and Brooklyn. Those are the top 6 right now. And the best regular season team that's going to be the number 1 seed by the end of this.
Is this the bold take?
This season, is the Cleveland Cavaliers.
Here we go.
They have the 4th hardest strength of schedule up to this point, and they're 1 win behind for first place in the East. So
who's the hardest strength of schedule?
I had it up. I took it down. I think it was Minnesota.
Minnesota.
Oh, yeah.
That's not
one other
crazy.
thing is I always like to look at point differential.
Yeah.
They have the best point differential in the East at 4.6. And then there's Miami at 3.7, and they also I think they have the best defense in the league.
They're top 5 defensively and offensively. I think they're.
So give me Cleveland to win the East to be the best regular season team.
Who are we?
No. Sorry, the regular season, not the playoffs.
No, I know, but I mean, I was like a bet here. I think that's a little crazy, but I'm also I know enough of the stats to know that that's not gonna happen. You know what I mean? It's very possible because of the way they're playing. I was saying, I haven't looked at it specifically this week, but I'm pretty sure they are at least top 10 in both offense and defense.
Yeah, and Garland's a destroyer. Evan Mobley's still coming, doing things.
And if they do something at the deadline to fill the Rubio spot, I know that was another rumor we didn't really get into in the trade rumors, but that was something that's been kind of talked about the last couple of weeks. If they do something like that and solidify that up and make a serious run at this, I think they're a top 4 team That even feels kind of bold to say.
Yeah.
Because Milwaukee, what is going to happen with Milwaukee and the Nets, man?
Milwaukee's going to be fine.
They're
Dude,
5
Brooklyn's
and 6
going to
right
be
now.
like the 5th seed.
Brooklyn's going to be the 5th seed.
Really,
right?
yeah, and I think that's advantageous for them. Obviously,
That's kind of
Kyrie
scary.
Can play more
because I feel like that's where the Bulls are going to land in like that 4 spot, and that's.
Ooh, you know what?
No,
I don't know
I
what
think
the Bulls,
will be
man.
fine.
I think the Bulls are going to be top 3.
I think it's going to be Philly.
Philly's coming though,
and then Miami or.
I mean, like everybody's within a game or two. So
Philly, Milwaukee, and then Bulls, Heat somewhere 3-4.
It's going to be such a toss up by the end of the season. It's gonna be week to week until like April that we're like, all right, I think it's kind of shaking out.
1 through 6 right now is separated by 3 games in the East.
Yeah,
it's nuts. It's wild.
It is wild.
And 1 through 5, the max is 1.5 games. That's.
And then if you look at the West. The 1 and 2 are separated by 3 games,
and then it goes to 7.5. It's wild.
And that's the other thing is, like we talk about kind of contenders. I just think that the champs coming out of the West, and
you just love Phoenix. I
don't.
Flag
nobody's beating Phoenix. That's my opinion, and I've been hesitant to say it because I've jinxed so many different things on this podcast that I don't want to like be. They're going to win the title, but every part of me is saying that they're going to win the title. Like I just don't think anybody's going to beat them, and I actually think even a healthy Brooklyn isn't going to beat them unless.
Is this a bold take? I have another. Well, let's save bold takes for next week for after all the trades are finalized.
We'll make our real bold.
I really like Atlanta. Atlanta's been coming on. I really think they can win another playoff round. I
think they can win a round.
Because that means they have to beat one of those 6 teams you just mentioned: Miami, Chicago, Philly.
No.
So we'll see.
Atlanta's not getting out of the first round. There's too many good teams this season.
I could see them losing in the play-in tournament.
Wow.
If they'd
be playing Charlotte right now.
The way it's stacked up now, yeah.
Charlotte would be tough.
We'll see what happens with the deadline
situation. Yeah,
they can. They need to make a move.
They'd be playing Charlotte or potentially the Raptors.
Raptors are. I mean, they only got 5 or 6 guys, but they're tough.
Yeah, they're coming on strong too now.
Yeah,
but they're definitely in that second tier with it's Boston, it's Toronto. What was the team you guys just said? Let's get it right.
Atlanta,
yeah. And then who's that? And Boston. That's like the second 4. So it's those 6 that you listed earlier.
I mean, that's literally the standings.
Yeah, that's the standings. No, but I think the East is really shaken out, and I think those are the 10 teams. I don't think New York's going to make
Washington's
going
to fall off. New York's done. Indiana's done. Detroit, Orlando. Yeah, that's all. Yeah.
So I think those are the 10 teams that are going to make the playoffs, play-in tournament. The question is seeding, and I just think that those 6 teams have clearly separated themselves, and they're going to shake out, and then those 4 are going to be jockeying for 7, 8, 9, 10. So it'll be curious. We'll see if one of those teams can break in. Atlanta might be the team that could break in to that top 6 if I was like betting. But.
We'll make some bets for next week. Just wanted to plant the seed for
seed.
Yeah.
What I got going. And San Antonio's going to make the playoffs over Portland. Portland's in the play-in right now. San Antonio should get in there.
They're going to fall off. Well,
they're 9 games below 500, so we went from 8 to 7 to 9. So they're just proving our prophecy correct.
Yeah.
DeJounte Murray's the poor man's John Morant, so he's fun to watch.
That's true.
My God, I'm watching John. You guys got to see this clip. He just cocked back for a dunk. I mean, he got blocked or he got fouled.
He got blocked.
But God, that is just vicious. He's trying to destroy people, man.
It looked like DeMar last night, and DeMar actually landed his dunk. All right.
No, but look at this guy shaking his head at him. Get out of here, dude. That guy jumped
all right,
8 feet away.
Do we have anything else we want to talk about for the pod tonight?
Yeah, sorry.
We're in the middle.
I'm gonna have to shut this game off. I'm sorry. I don't know. Any other? I think.
Who's got the better conference right now?
I think overall it's the East. The top is the West. The top of the West is the best. I think.
I still don't like Phoenix enough. There's something about it. I think it's Chris Paul. I think
there's something about not having that star player.
Okay.
When it comes like playoff time, like Like we talked a ton last year about like them being a team and like, wow, we've never like we're so not used to watching like team centric basketball where everybody is involved. And that seems to work. But you saw last year when it came down to it, like the Bucks had a star. They had Giannis, and Giannis did Giannis things, and there was nothing they could do about it.
Yeah, and I mean, like, well, Phoenix was going to lose the Lakers, obviously with LeBron and AD. They were down 2-1, and then the Clippers went to Game 7. It was really they would have probably lost that series if it wasn't for the buzzer beater with Ayton's dunk. True. I don't know, man. And the Phoenix is better this year, and they won 40 games before they lost 20, which is Phil Jackson's way of saying that you're a contender. And the only other team that's really going to do that this year is most likely Golden State. Maybe Memphis might do it, but I don't know, man. I just don't like it. We can talk more later. Yeah.
No, I don't know, man. They're the team. I've watched a couple of their games. I haven't been super locked into because of their East Coast or West Coast team, but I don't know. They don't have any holes. That's the other thing. I feel like every other team I can find like one or two things that I don't like about them. I'm like, all right, they have this hole. I think Golden State is a potential, championship team, but who knows what's going to happen with Steph and everything like that. So
the hole is Chris Paul, I think.
Wow, he's been playing great though this season.
But like, it's like a weird thing, right? Like, can he deliver when it matters?
Damn,
like we haven't seen it happen yet.
The other thing is, I think they have the 1-2 punch of him and Booker. And I think that's being a little underrated. I don't know if Booker is that guy.
Yeah.
But he's
not that guy, man. Trust me.
He makes me, I'm like, okay, if you got both those guys, I think you're okay. But who knows?
We'll see. We'll have to get some picks in to, that's why I just want playoffs to start. The season's so long. We just want to talk, we keep talking about contenders. Let's just
go.
Put your money where your mouth is with the Phoenix Suns. And
speaking of that, would you guys want to do a box out boys bet? They're plus 700 right now to win the title.
Phoenix.
They're
plus 700.
What?
Yes.
Hold up. Hang on.
This is what I'm saying. No, I'm
get out of here.
Let's pool together $100.
Those are good odds.
Bet on those guys to win the finals.
Insane. Wait,
That's
what?
wild.
Do you have the list in front of you?
When I looked it up, it was the Nets are minus 250, I think.
That's
Bucks and Suns were both plus 700. Golden State is like around 400 somewhere like that, and then there was one.
All right, I got it. So it's Brooklyn at plus 260, Warriors at plus 500, Bucks plus 700, and then the Suns they're at plus 500 here, but maybe it's like plus 500 or something. It depends. Yeah. It's plus 700. You're right. And then it drops to like Jazz plus 1200, Lakers plus 16. Wow.
Hey, I think if we're gonna throw $100 at Phoenix, we throw like 50 at.
Yeah, I'm in. Adam, what?
At 50
you can throw if you want.
50 at the Bulls.
It's 100.
Plus 2,200. Come on, you throw 50 at the Bulls.
I'm not throwing my money away.
Throw the money at $50. A collective $50.
Yeah,
we're all chipping in 10.
Yeah,
you know what I mean?
Like $12 here. Like
so
it's
I can just lose 25.
Well,
Chris,
Chris,
I've seen you bet on worse things. All right.
I had a parlay for.
I climbed myself out of a $182 hole.
Exactly.
In like 9 days, I was really happy with myself.
I had a hedge for it. I think it was. That was my hedge, Joey. You'll like this hedge. My hedge was to take the Central Division as having the winner, because then you get Cavs, Bucks, Bulls.
Ooh.
You get 3 solid teams. And it was like
what I did last year.
450.
Anybody but the Nets is
It's
essentially the bet.
So I'm like, that's your hedge. Your hedge is that, and then you go hard on the Suns.
So what are we betting now?
we're gonna bet $100 on the Suns to win the finals, and then we're gonna bet $50 that the Central Division wins the title, and on the Bulls. I'm with you, Joey.
Let's just do the Central Division wins the title. I can get behind that.
You get behind that. All right.
That's a
then
bet?
You get the Bucks.
Is that a thing?
It was at least the
my
website
state doesn't let me gamble legally, unlike your state. So I'm at the mercy of you boys.
Well,
my bookie told me to stop betting, so I lost my bookie. He's like, "Once you get even, I'm done." I'm like, "All right,
I can't take your money anymore, man."
It's a good bookie.
And now that we're talking about our off bets, I think we can go ahead and wrap up this show.
We're down the rabbit hole.
Down the rabbit hole. Well, that is it for us tonight. Join us next week to talk more NBA basketball, deadline talk, All-Star Reserve. Should be fun. Follow us on Twitter, Instagram, YouTube, and Twitch at the Box Out Boys. Slide into those DMs. Join us live Wednesdays at 8:25. Send us an email to theboxoutboys@gmail.com. And as always, like, subscribe, and review wherever you listen to this at now. We very much appreciate that. So for Chris, Joey, and Adam, I'm Titus. Until next time, Box Out.
Who day?
Who day? Is that the